It's Week 12 of the NFL. And at center stage, it's the Raiders' bruising running back. He's coming off a great week, reaching triple digits in yards with a collection of touchdowns. It's the Raiders and the Texans, next on Madden Football.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The numbers for Bo in last week's ball game: 23 carries, 127 yards.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Off the play fake. Bledsoe. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Bledsoe throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Off play action. Bledsoe. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw again.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
He's got it at the 15.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Terrell Owens, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
And he's exactly the man you want in control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And what he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 70 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and the reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Johnson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. Out of the gun, Watson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now a peek at T.O. as he and the offense gears up to get ready to go again. And C.D., assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. Looking to throw on second down. Bledsoe. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First carry for Peyton Barber. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
2nd and 6.
Up the middle they go with a big back Jackson. And a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On 1st and 10, Bledsoe got a man. That's Tim Brown. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now a give. It's Jackson.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Back to throw. Bledsoe. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run with Allen.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Here is 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw. Bledsoe.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And Janikowski bangs it through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
2nd and 10.
Here's Watson. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
3rd down and 6.
Back to throw, Watson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
On the give, here comes Jackson. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Back to throw. Bledsoe. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is the Hall of Famer Ray Guy to punt this away on 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Dances by him. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. To throw is Watson. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. The Notre Dame great Bryant Young in for the sack that time.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Watson now to throw.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. And his kick here is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Throwing on 1st down.
Bledsoe. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run with a big man, Bo Jackson, trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Able to shake him, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Here's Ray Guy now on to punt it away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Here's Watson. Right side catch. This is Gates. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now Watson. Fighting. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
Shrugs him off. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Looking to throw. Bledsoe to Allen on the dump off.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Texans will take over possession here up at the 44. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his 2nd one.
After the interception, here's Watson.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Watson on 1st down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
16 more on that one and another 1st down.
He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of...
Touchdown, Texans!
Pharaoh Brown.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention with this quick strike offense.
I thought you were going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the gun on 3rd down. Bledsoe. He will find T.O. on the left side complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first. Back to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Christensen. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This is Casper catching it outright. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Out is Janikowski now for the Raider field goal try. He connected on his first, this from 41. Janikowski's kick is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. From there, we head east to check on the Bills at home in Buffalo. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. The Jets try and hold on and claim victory. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Nifty move.
Partner, how he managed to get positive yardage out of that run, I have no idea. But a little juking, a little moving, got it done.
Got him 2 yards. Throwing on third down, Watson. That is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected. But this is a good pickup here for the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. Now it's Watson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Watson.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And boy, now you see him, now you don't. Excellent move, nice run, winds up getting about 6. Off the play fake. Bledsoe. That's complete to Bo Jackson. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Off play action. Bledsoe. He finds his man. Complete. That's Christensen. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. They'll run here with Bo. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. Back to throw. Bledsoe. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Ray Guy now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And now out comes Houston. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here. A little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Watson now going to run the option right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
2nd down and 4. Watson going to keep it again.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. They'll run now with Bo Jackson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Inside 4 minutes to go. 3rd quarter. Now a carry for Allen.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas 1st. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Off the play fake. Bledsoe. Throw out wide is incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets pop free.
Following the fumble recovery, Bledsoe looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Christensen. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw. Bledsoe over the middle. That's caught by T.O. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter. Back now in Houston. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. On 1st down, Watson. Oh, he stays up. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Eckler, they run left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 63 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Now 2nd and 5. Now a give running left is Eckler. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And that one too wide and incomplete. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And able to use a stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. They run again with Jackson. The quick feet by Jackson. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 38-yard line. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Allen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. On the run. It's Bo Jackson. The quick feet by Jackson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Bledsoe. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Bledsoe. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Bledsoe. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. They'll look to throw. And the Raiders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Now Watson. Fighting through pressure. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Raiders pick it up.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or 2.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Looking to throw. Bledsoe. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas 1st down. Back to throw. Bledsoe. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll try the air now with Watson. And he couldn't get that one to his man.
Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
The offense on third down, they've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 7. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down.
Over the middle, he gets it to Swan, complete.
The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
On 3rd down, Bledsoe
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Up the middle they go with a big back Jackson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Las Vegas,
they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week.